Freaks and geeks, drinkers, thinkers, ramblers and gamblers, stoners and pet owners, gather around. This is the Outsider Social Club, where us misfits, miscreants, outcasts get together and ramble, palaver, prattle, and get royally intoxicated while we do so. So without further ado, let's proceed.
One for the party, baby. Puff on the road, drumming, knock back a drink. There's nobody home.
Welcome back to the Outsider Social Club. I'm your master of ceremonies, drinks with Ron, and I still respect the Boulevard. Right now we're going to resume part 2 of our interview with the fabulous Amin El-Hassan. So without further ado, let's get right into awkward questions about drinking from Joe Vegas. Joe, take it away.
Oh, who's the biggest drunk on the Le Batard show? Give us something like that. Because we don't know, right? We don't, like, who's...
Probably someone we don't know.
Who's
like,
got
probably,
an alcohol problem?
Probably like Roy. Like Roy's
Roy could drink.
and you have no idea.
Roy can drink. I wouldn't say Roy's the biggest alcoholic, though.
Who goes out and could just hammer him?
Why are you asking this?
Because I want to know. What do you mean? Why?
Honestly,
throwing people under the bus.
All right.
So
So,
you want to know who we're inviting to the parade?
I don't remember. I don't remember
down
from
to-
Moss because I was fucked up. Okay, so I want to know who can go out and just hammer some drinks.
No, there are plenty. If you're asking the most is
Yeah, right. Top 3 people who can just hammer. Not in a negative way.
All I know is that Roy was always like he had like a scotch in his hand. You know, He always
Roy. Yeah, Roy likes his dark liquor. I would say top 3, man. That's a good one. I'm one, obviously. I'm just trying to figure out who's 2 and 3.
I want to test this. I don't think you can hang with Troy.
Yeah, my money was on me.
Yeah.
You can trust me.
I think Troy has you crawling out of the French Quarter if I had to put my coin on it.
Into his basement with the rest of his baseball boys,
His
right?
baseball players.
Hey, sauna's open. That's all I'm saying. No judgment.
Here's the deal. When it comes to me, it's like, you know how some people have like rules, like beer before liquor, you'll get sicker. Liquor before beer, and then I don't believe any of that shit. I don't believe any of that shit. I dark, light, beer, wine,
but it rhymes.
You're just mixing seltzers with whatever.
I totally agree with Amin on this. I think that is a wives' tale or like something you saw in a scary
gender
movie back in
neutral.
the
It's an
day.
old wives.
Yeah.
Gender neutral spousal partner's tale.
Yeah.
So,
It's a modern wives' tale. Sorry.
how about you put your place in the chat? No one sees it. We'll send you a bunch of drinks and get some Jaegers and get this evening started right. Because I got some stuff to talk about.
I want to get him to the parade so you can show him up.
You guys
with
don't
alcohol.
broadcast on Fridays, right? So you could just get.
I got an 8 a.m. flight because I got to go to the Hall of Fame tomorrow. So
Of course he does, guys.
Oh, how much
The Hall of Fame of what? Basketball?
Amazing.
Oh, no red eye.
Where is that at?
No,
Is it in
Hall-
New York or?
Hall of Fame of
Okay.
drinking. That's where I'm going.
Hold up.
That's in
getting
Wisconsin,
inducted.
dude. So
I'm getting
I'll see you
inducted.
tomorrow. I almost came to that Milwaukee thing, but I couldn't.
Why
get
didn't
off.
you?
I couldn't get off.
Why
You
didn't
should have
you?
lied.
Winner?
Just
I
lie.
tried,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, you said you're number 1. I've been bragging for a year that me and Amanda drank way more than you. Now, granted, you were working, but we were wasted.
Hey, I even made a shitty song for your Milwaukee.
And also,
Amin's drunk, decide he wants to talk basketball. Slurring through his words makes his takes laughable. But the sizzling hot like a brat, need my tongs, don't get me wrong. It's entertaining all along, ascertaining and explaining while his hair tries to run. Producing sticky numbers in a way that's new and fun. His drunken superpowers coming from the blonde song. Dunk tank mechanism ringing like a freaking gong. Amin's drunk. So to restate my point, my man's been drinking beer, slurring on his speech, grinning ear to ear, pounding on his chest for the whole world to hear, stepping on the gas, shifting to the next gear, double down on his take, super proud, devoid of fear. Speech is impaired, but his point is crystal clear, till he's up in the air, high above a tank of beer. The LeBron of being wrong, hit the gong, fear the deer. Amin's drunk. Amin's drunk.
You guys went home, and then I continued to drink a lot after that.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
I left that part out.
Yeah.
I think we find out in New Orleans. Yeah.
Days on either end of that one day, like there were days before and days after, and they were all filled with alcohol. Like, here's the thing, like, Vegas is a very, very physically tiring time for me, summer league, because I don't sleep and I work long hours and I drink a lot, and all those three things combined. But I do it for like 10 days in a row, which most of the people you see there, they're only there for the weekend. They're only there for 3 days, whatever. I don't do any of that shit, man.
Rookies.
You probably walk your ass out too. You probably get like 25,000 steps a day while you're there.
I will walk a shit ton, yeah. No, so going back to the question though, I would say probably Mike can drink. Not on my level though. And then Tony, but it's been a while, man. You know what?
He out of practice? Is he going to get jumped?
He's been sober.
He's been sober,
yeah.
Oh, that's right. I think so. Who jumps him in the rankings?
I'm sorry,
Roy.
But
then
Roy.
I just want to say Greg Cody has to be in here.
Oh, Greg.
No, but he drinks one thing though. See,
but at home, like he doesn't. Like no, he's
but
not a social drinker.
He drinks one thing though. See, like here's the thing, man. Like if you want to hang, you got to be able to. Hey, we got shots. Okay, let's do shots. Hey, we're doing the beers. Okay, beers. Like, hey, I got a bottle of wine for free. I'm drinking wine.
You give extra weight to multiple alcohols?
Of course. You want to just be here. Like, hey, you want to be Steve Kerr? Do you want to be Michael Jordan?
That's true.
I can score inside. I can score outside. You know.
Yeah, I can drink beer with you all day. You throw a shot in, and it might
you just
be
said Greg
over.
Cody was Steve Kerr.
I agree.
He's
a specialist.
Yeah,
he's a specialist. You know,
specialist with 3 shoes.
Do you agree, Hash? Mini Moss. Dan was wasted at Mini Moss, and I mean, I know you weren't at that one.
Mini Moss. Which one was Mini?
It was December of 21.
21.
It was small.
There talking to Dan.
Dan was wasted. I talked to him for like 5 minutes, and he was leaning on me.
But he was drinking something hard. Like he had something.
Tequila.
Yeah. Dan's a tequila guy.
But Dan was gone.
Is this the moment where we say Dan was rizzing up Hash?
Sorry,
I don't know what that means. I'm old.
Yeah, just hit it. Hit it hard. Hit it again.
Oh.
Hit it again. Terrible.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it.
Twice?
I guess it was requested. But my question was, I had a bit where I was going to basically insinuate you've been stealing all of my bits for years, but then I thought that was pretty hack, so I didn't do it. But that's my question to you. Was that a good decision on my part?
It was, because... No offense, I've never heard of you.
Have you been stealing his bits for years?
I know, but that's the point. That's what makes it funny. You don't know me. I'm some jackass in Wisconsin. I say, you've been stealing. I had Check Me Out Charlie years before you had fucking Look at Me Louie. Yeah.
Check Me Out?
Yeah, I was in on the radio in La Crosse, Wisconsin, 2002 to 2005. I have you want to hear it?
Check
Me Out Charlie.
Wow!
Come on,
it even sounds the same.
I know. It's like someone ripped it off.
Hold on,
isn't that terrible?
Now I'm warming up to this bit. What else you got? Hold on. What else did I steal?
Okay,
Black in My Day.
You know what else you stole?
Black in My Day.
Bring it. Yeah. I've been doing Black in My Day since 1995, man.
Sheboygan, right?
I did it live on stage in Stitzer, Wisconsin. Fucking spoken word style. It was great. No,
I was gonna say, what's it called? Shit, like, hold on. I'm trying to. What's my fucking Wisconsin shit? Appleton, is that place? Appleton, Wisconsin.
Appleton.
Yeah. My kid's going to college there. Yes.
What else? There's Oshkosh. Everyone knows Oshkosh.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You nailed Sheboygan. That's the ultimate fake sounding city.
Eau Claire.
Racine.
Yeah. You know,
Whitewater?
shocking amount of. Yes. Yeah.
River.
Calm down, Ron. Calm down.
Well, I can't believe he knows as many Wisconsin cities. Shit. But no, what else you stole? I will give you this. You did steal the idea, but you improved on it with the slide whistle. It is money, but what I brought to the table was the jaw harp.
He's looking for it.
You improved on it, but you stole my idea, and I think you should just fess up.
Oh, you know what? You can have the slide whistle because I'm breaking out. We got
original audio.
He's got to warm it up.
Oh, so I got. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah. I thought you were a pro. Goddammit.
Yeah, well,
I got 7 drunks, and I got to tell you that. All right.
I mean,
hang on. Just wait for it.
Amin called you Amin called you the oldest one, and now you two are fighting.
Well, if he quit stealing my shit, we would. Oh,
that's good. That's so good.
That's what I say. You know, the jaw harp was fun, but you nailed it with slide whistle. You can take it up, you can take it down,
get that
you
kazoo.
show emotion.
Surprisingly versatile. The kazoo. And, like, you could do a lot of things with the kazoo.
You couldn't have possibly thought that "Look at Me, Louie" would be what it is now. 2 years ago or whatever.
Well, if you look at Check Me Out Charlie, you could follow the arc and say, yeah, obviously I knew it was going to bust. Ron did it fucking 20 years ago. But no, that's me. Yeah.
They use it like 5 times a show now.
I get the tape. I got analog tape. I mean, fuck.
You with a full head of hair?
Yeah. Actually, I had fucking little mini dreadlocks.
I like this rivalry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Z93, the #1 hit music station. I'm Ron Tracy, your host for tonight. Give me an email, z933.com. 72 degrees in downtown La Crosse. And this is Uncle Cracker from Z93, the #1 hit music station.
Yeah. He's in a zone. Wow.
So I have to get into here with that movie again, PCU.
Oh, yeah.
Which is that Jon Favreau that has
Jon
the
Favreau?
dreads?
It is.
Yeah, he has the dreads. Ron looked like that when he sends us his old photos.
Is it for real?
Like we have to it.
Yeah, when I had hair, it was glorious.
Yeah,
I used it when I had it, man. It's gone, but not forgotten. Fucking A.
Yep, Jon Favreau as Gutter.
Can you do it again? Can you grow it out, Ron?
I wish, man. Shit.
Yeah, he shaves that on purpose.
Yeah, otherwise
like if Ron comes on with like some extensions.
Cole, you don't understand the Midwest.
Oh,
you get to an age in the Midwest. In the Midwest, you're forced to shave your head like that at a certain age in the Midwest.
Did you say I don't understand the Midwest?
I did say it. I didn't mean it, but I did say it.
I started and now it's gotten all aggressive. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't know.
Sorry, you're a Bulls fan. I know.
You just quit fucking stealing from me. We could just call this all chill and move on. But
never.
I know
your ideas are too good.
And that's a victory for me that it was good enough for you to steal. So, that's congratulations on your good taste. Thank you.
Amin, I get so mad in your defense when you drop like a Family Guy quote or a Seinfeld and nobody knows it. It just stays there like a dead fish.
That's how I feel when I drop Seinfeld quotes. They just stare at me and I'm just like, what? Come on now.
I gotta wait for Tony to be in. That's my mistake.
Some ugly baby, huh?
My Seinfeld part.
My God, it's an ugly baby.
It's like you guys were talking earlier. I mean, you were talking about small talk. You don't enjoy the small talk. And of course, it reminded me of a Seinfeld bit. And so I'll give you some material if you find yourself in a small talk situation. But Jerry walks up to this woman at a party and he says, I bet you don't know by looking at me, but I can run really fast. I thought that was just a great line.
I remember that one.
I'm going to use that.
You gone up to a lot of girls at parties, Ron? Is that what's happening?
I'll just do that to a guy on the street. I don't care.
I mean, surprisingly, this is not a high amount of Ron coughing. He usually coughs more than what he's doing.
Often we have a mute sounder.
He gets a saw out and he starts making things.
Yeah, but if you mute me, then I can't play the mute sounder. And it's, Yeah.
FON DU LAC. That's the name of the place I was looking at. I've been searching my phone for fucking
searching Google Maps.
FON DU LAC.
Worth it. That was worth it.
That's a real place? FON DU LAC?
Place in Wisconsin.
Fondle.
It's French.
Lac. Yeah.
They clearly don't have sex there.
All right.
They lack the fondle.
Go right? No, they just go.
Nobody
right
has sex in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Right.
Don't waste time with the fondling.
Yeah. No. Ain't time for that. There's badgers about. You want to get mauled by a badger? You better finish up quick.
Yikes! Get in there.
So, my parents moved me to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin as a kid.
No.
I lived in a tent.
Shut the fuck
I'm not
up.
kidding.
No.
No, this is not a joke. I'm not
Oh, you
making this up.
fucking liar.
No, this is not a joke. I swear to God, and I'll get my mom on at some point. I swear to God. You all know. Like, Ron has been asking for my mom for like 9 months.
Crazy,
That's true, man. Hey, Fond du Lac, hang on.
There.
All right, carry on.
So my dad moved from Kalispell, Montana, to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, for a change. Okay, I have this backwards. Never mind. The timeline's all fucked up, like totally. But
Spoiler alert.
Fond du Lac, Wisconsin was the place that my dad got a Chamber of Commerce job, where he's like working for the city. We lived in a tent. Like, we lived in a tent in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
Dude, that is
this
balls
is when
deep
I got
in Fond du Lac.
I got terrified of like geese, because like geese would come up and like fuck around with you.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
totally.
They
So,
spit
like-
beer up my nose.
Geese are scary, but that's what you were afraid of in a tent in Wisconsin?
How long was
I
this
think
for?
like how many things are you supposed to be afraid of when you live in a tent and there's geese?
Badgers, bears,
Everything.
coyotes, wolves.
Are you afraid of everything?
I just named
Anyway.
5 things.
Anyway, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin was the place I lived as a child.
In a
Very, very definitive moment
Okay.
in my life.
I want that
long-
Fond du Lac quote on a
sounder
shirt.
How long did you live in this tent?
Like 3 months, and then my dad
No
got
way.
the job.
Oh my
And
god.
he saved the money, and we moved into an actual house.
Mansion.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, because it's Wisconsin.
Parent of the year, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, he did well. This is like semi post Vietnam War era shit.
Tent or yurt? This is a distinction that needs to be.
I don't think he even
tent.
had. Did they have yurt?
Man, I wish I had a mute. You guys are killing it right here. Jesus. Let him
I'm
mute.
sorry. I'm sorry, Mean. Troy,
Have
you
a
do mute.
outhouse? Wow.
Hey Troy, do you want to mute someone just for the fuck of it?
Nope.
You're his favorite
mute.
person to mute.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're killing Amin. I feel so
No,
bad.
I'm tripping that Fond du Lac.
Yeah,
A town that I never thought I would say that town's name ever again.
this fucking guy lived there.
I lived there, and the fucking geese are fucking intense.
Hold on, that has to be like a lightning bolt to your soul. They hear me just pull that name out. Of all the places, like the one place where you were homeless for 3 months.
Dude, I
Mauled
literally
by geese.
Can I
Yeah.
ask a question, by the way, man? Today I learned that you're not supposed to say homeless.
Yeah,
What are you supposed to say?
Yeah.
Unhoused or
Yeah.
houseless.
I'm-
Yeah.
yeah, but
It's
we're
kind-
changed.
I kind of feel like that's what they're called is like the least of their.
That's the
their-
least of the problems. Yeah.
Right. We're going to split hairs on this, but not actually help the fucking guy. Like,
No.
dude.
Right,
you're
we're just going to
unhoused.
call you something different.
See you
I will
later.
also say that, like, I live in Spokane where there's a big homelessness problem, and I'm saying that because that's how they're saying it in the media. Like, it's not like this is unhoused is not a
Region to
universally.
region. In a
Yeah,
variance.
I mean, like, people are still trying to figure that out. Like, and that's, you know, like what?
I don't know. I just don't know that. Like, it's gonna sound messed up. I don't know. It sounds like something that someone else got offended on their behalf for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Yeah.
I can't imagine like
one
expressing
person.
change.
Heather in
Expressing
Racine
change.
decided she was unhappy about that.
I'm unhoused, sir.
Yeah, no,
Put a
expressing
quarter
change.
in there.
There you go, man. I hate to see a homeless person with like a dog or whatever. Like homeless. How dare you?
How dare you, sir? I am not homeless. I am unhoused.
I feel like it was a news thing.
Cheerio.
Can we not call them homeless? We're losing viewers. Let's call them something else. We want to keep our people, keep it more positive. Unhoused.
Odors.
I mean, going back to PCU, that movie, that's like the whole thing about it is people getting offended about other shit that
Way ahead
they're
of
not
its
even a
time.
part of.
Jessica Walter, ass off.
She's the best.
I I have a funny time with that because I think it was a really funny movie in the moment. But I think if we go back, there's going to be a lot of landmines in that one.
Oh, I have it on DVD.
Have you watched Animal House recently? Yikes.
Yeah, it's called PCU.
Yeah.
Also,
I think PCU is actually pretty poignant. I mean, it might be offensive, but also it's like doing the It's Always Sunny thing where it's like being offensive about being offensive. So it's like it's acceptable in that way, you know?
Nope. Have you been to America lately? Hash. It's offensive because I want to be offensive. It's not because of any intent.
Nothing's, damn it.
Yeah.
I will say one thing though. I've been blonde my entire life, and people love to make fun of blondes, and nobody tries to PC that in any way, shape, or form. It has stood the test of time since I was a little girl. It's always blondes are dumb.
What would be the PC?
But also, blondes have fun, so it's like...
That's right.
Yeah, the Polish don't get that advantage. They're like, Polish like to have fun. Like, exactly. That goes one way. The Irish, the fucking Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, are like this little pie-eyed fucking guy ready to sucker punch you. Like, what the fuck is that?
In the nuts, by the way. There's a reason.
Right, 'cause that's where he be sitting. It's right in his wheelhouse.
Guys, I know we like lists here, and I like how Amin goes at Mike sometimes. So I have my top 2 Amin goes at Mike moments.
All right.
You only have 2?
Well, we don't do top 5s here.
Don't want 5.
Stupid.
Five's been done.
Number 2 is the recent one where Mike is talking about No Country for Old Men, and Amin goes, "Yeah, it's called acting." Where Mike's like muttering and droning on. And then, of course, Amin said he liked Marley and Me after that because the dog died. And then my number 1 Amin goes at Mike moment is when Mike's head is getting shaved, and Amin's just giving us a play-by-play, and he's like, "Wow, your head is really shaped weird there." Like,
that was Mike's hardest day in existence.
Like, you were genuinely shocked that it looked like that in that moment. It was great.
Amin's like, "Wow, your head's really shiny."
Yeah, when you shave it, it starts to reveal like what are the parts that are right and what aren't. Like that the hair was covering this whole time, and so you could tell instantly. Like, oh, that's never coming back right there. That area is done.
Yeah. So now he's got a crappy mullet instead, I guess.
Yeah, but you can see the shape of someone's skull that's hidden all those years.
Mm-hmm.
I just banged out.
When they shaved Stugat's head off, though, like his hair and did the fine bomb on him, he had a perfectly shaped dome.
When Stugatz decides to shave his head and go bald, he's going to look great. It's going to actually make him look. It's going to be like what's his name, like Joe Rogan, shaving his head.
Yo, what?
Dickhead
the Eddie Munster, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what you look like. By the way, you look like.
Let's hear it.
Mentioned Always Sunny. You look like Charlie's uncle.
I do. Really? I have never watched that show. I have no idea.
You never watched Always Sunny?
Shall
so that reference is a lot less. It's a lot less offensive then. Watch Always Sunny, you realize who Charlie's uncle is. It's not in his looks. That's not the offensive part. The offensive part of who the character is.
I've never watched it either, but I see it.
I think
I dropped off early.
It's an extension of Seinfeld. It's like Seinfeld cubed. So like Seinfeld, everyone's an asshole in it, and like this show is like everyone's an asshole as well, but even worse. And so to me, it seems like it's the like Seinfeld walked so it could run type of thing. Not saying Seinfeld is worse, but I'm just saying it was the predecessor.
So they've talked about being influenced by Seinfeld. Hearing Larry David say the one thing about Seinfeld, like the one rule they had was none of the characters can ever learn anything. Like by the end, like no one can be better for this experience because sitcoms are always like that, right? Like they've got to be just as awful, if not worse, by the end of the episode as they were in the beginning. And so that's what Sunny is always like pushing that, like reiterating.
You were crushing those openings.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, I mean, is I look like that idea of a concept?
No, you look like a character on the show. I'll tell you why. Like, again, the guy looks like a normal guy. So it's
somebody get a photo. Hash, find a photo.
I got it.
He's more of a Schmidt, really, than a Always Sunny
problem.
kind of guy. Yeah.
Charlie's. Who has anyone here watched Always Sunny with like some regularity?
Yes, I've seen every episode.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that a Netflix show or what?
Over a decade.
Would you like
NBC?
Would you? No, it's FX. Would you like to describe what Charlie's uncle is?
He likes to wrestle. And maybe wrestle inappropriately or borderline.
What
that
ring
a
is
thing?
he wrestling in?
I don't think that's a thing.
I forgot my Amin OLI moment. Freedom. Ron McGill has the boa constrictor and calls it a male, and Amin goes, "He's got a dick."
I could see his dick.
Were you hammered? You seemed hammered.
I was drunk and delirious because I hadn't slept. But that joke was a legitimate joke, and I thought everyone was going to love it and it would live forever.
Oh, I loved it.
People forgot it very quickly. I was like, oh.
I tweeted it immediately. I tried to stay up for all 24 hours, and I think I missed like Samson's hour, and that was it. So
yeah, I never slept.
I see it. Uncle Jack, I see it. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Give him a thumbs up.
I'm so mad I didn't think of that, but damn it.
Zoom in on the hand.
Zoom in on the hands.
Don't look at my hands. He's very self-conscious about his hands.
They're tiny.
His interaction with the lawyer is one of my favorite moments in that show's history.
Actual lawyer?
Yeah. So good.
I'm well versed in bird law.
Ryan Unger, I think, plays the lawyer. The actual lawyer.
So good.
How many seasons are they on? I gotta find a new show. Maybe I'll do that one.
They're like 18 now.
18?
How many?
More than that.
18
or 19?
Yeah.
They're still putting out new shows?
2005, 18, yeah, 18. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the last couple of seasons, the seasons are short. They're like 6 episodes long or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie, this last season wasn't good.
What? This was the best season in like forever, dude.
Best season? No.
Dude, this is way better than last season. The Sin system?
That is when we revealed Dennis backwards. Yes, that was the.
What is it? It says you gotta make him jealous. I fuck LeBron James.
I tweeted I fell on the fucking floor when he said that shit. I couldn't stop. Make him jealous.
I thought this season was a bounce back, man, because the season before was all right, and I was like, maybe they're losing their fastball, and they came back with this season. I was dying, man.
I'd say it's 50-50 for the episode quality for me, but
oh man, I loved every episode.
You get like an Airbnb when you're there?
No, in the building, basically in the same
Home
building,
to Suites.
studio.
Home to Suites in.
You're sleeping in the studio?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty much.
Can't complain.
They work you guys hard.
Beats the Clevelander, yeah.
It's you know what they don't. It's not that they work as hard. I think what a lot of people don't realize is when you see that one show, it is one little part of a million different responsibilities that everybody has. And so for me, I get in the morning, and then I have to do prep for Oddball, and then I tape Oddball from 9 to 10, and then at 10 o'clock I gotta join the main show in progress, and I don't know what they've talked about in the first hour, so I just have to kind of catch along. And then in the middle of that, I might have to do an interview. I have to go back out and go to the other studio, do an interview, and then when I'm done with all that, then I've got to do Cinephobe probably, or sometimes I have to do Meadowlarkers. And so, it's just thing after thing after thing after thing after thing. And if I have to do radio, because sometimes I'll do Sirius XM radio, that's 3 hours somewhere in there. And there isn't really any baked in breaks.
Yeah.
So I get to a point where it's 8 o'clock, like tonight, and I just got done doing Cinephobe. And I was just chilling. I was like, I know I have to write this thing and record this voiceover. for Oddball, but I'm like, I'm tired and I don't want to write, and so I'm chilling. And it was like, I
assholes want to ask me good dumb questions.
No, it's funny because I was dicking around on Instagram, and then Coley said, "Hey, you ready?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm good." Like if I hadn't, because I like go back and forth. Sometimes I do, like when I just want to shut my brain off, I'll do TikTok, and I might be on there for hours. So like it just so happened I checked Instagram because I can't remember what I was trying to find the link to something and then post it somewhere else. And I saw your message, like, oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Coley. Thank you, Coley.
And Troy and I were
also grateful that you came on, even as busy
man.
Days we have. This has been really wonderful. Appreciate it so much.
Sure, I would have absolutely just completely.
Well, sorry we got off the rails.
Troy and I had a bet that you were going to big time us, so you delivered. It was
who won?
You know what?
Coley clean house.
Yeah, there were believers in this place for sure, and it was really nice that you came on. Like,
hey, Lewis big timed us once, and you didn't, so we don't like Lewis.
Oh man,
for many reasons.
Lewis gets a lot of flack, man. He's funny. He's a funny dude. And like a lot of the shit, I think it's hilarious that people hate him, but I think it's hilarious when they hate him for shit that has nothing to do with him.
To me, it's always his own self. Don't worry about that.
Oh man.
So, Mr. El Hassan, I had a question about life quotes from movies, because I live my life by movie quotes. For example,
1/4 mile at a time.
Since when?
No, we should have brought fucking shotguns. Is my life motto from Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction quote.
Okay.
Yeah. So that and the world was not made for those not cursed with self-awareness from Annie Savoy on Bull Durham. Did you ever watch that movie at all? And how do you feel about self-awareness?
I've watched Bull. What are you laughing at?
How do you feel about self-awareness?
I don't even know if that was a question. I was
fair question.
Deep breathing.
At this point,
example.
A goddamn hamburger. Like, come on.
And who hasn't seen Bull Durham too? By the way, come on.
Amin El Hassan hasn't.
I've seen it. I didn't like it. It was
young people.
I don't like.
It's cliche.
It's cliche, but also I don't like Kevin Costner. So it's like
here.
I like
Kevin Costner.
You go. I like that take. I'm a fan of that.
You know what?
I got a Kevin Costner story.
Overrated.
There were only two wolves.
Very.
So it was 1998. I was at Pebble Beach golf course. My grandparents took me there. It was a Pro-Am tournament, and my grandma's like, "Oh, hey, look, it's Kevin Costner," and he was walking. She's like, "Go get his autograph," and I was like, "I don't know who that is." Okay, and so I run over and try and get his autograph, and I end up getting hip checked out of the way by a very large woman, and just knocked fully ass onto the ground. And so I was just like, "Oh," and then he got swarmed. And so I didn't get his autograph, and Dances with Wolves sucks. So
it does suck.
That has to be his most overrated, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
no,
what's his best?
Unless there's a large woman.
One
in
best
dress.
picture.
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
But do you believe in long, slow, deep kisses that last for 3 days?
That's too long. I don't want my mouth on someone else's mouth for that long.
Sloppy and gross.
Just asking for it. Christ.
Okay,
Put the slide whistle away. Shit.
What was the question?
Do that?
What does he live by? What quote does he live by?
It's a very long quote, but at the very end he says, "And I believe in long, slow, deep, wet kisses that last for 3 days."
That's too long.
There's a whole
And if you like pina coladas.
Sounds like sexual assault.
Yeah, that sounds like a dude who's in love with a corpse.
That does not hold up in 2023.
If you have half a brain.
What's that?
If you like making love at midnight.
Oh, that's Pina Colada. I got you. Which, again, very weird song. No one ever thinks about the lyrics of that song.
It's a piece of shit song.
Yeah.
No, but like the lyrics of the song are just
I've done this before.
They're cheating on each other, and then they hook up in the personals with each other because they like the description of the other person. It's like
here's the thing. Here's my favorite part about that. There's 0% chance. I'm sure he would be like, "Oh shit, isn't this great? We do really love each other."
Right.
There's 0% chance she's taking him back.
Oh yeah.
You cheated on me, you son of a bitch! Like, what, baby?
No, the natural arc here is we do it doggy style in the restaurant. That's how we seal this deal. But
Jeez, Ron.
I'm just saying, if you follow to its end.
We just went on Ron's cruise for a minute.
I mean, isn't that the 80s? Wasn't there a song in the 80s called
70s.
It's Only 17? Like, that's the 80s were a different time.
That was the 80s. Yeah.
Messed up stuff.
I'm going to just throw out something here that we can all look up, but Gary Newman.
In cars?
Randy Newman?
That's it? That's all you have for us?
Drinking coffee?
Yeah, I'd do some Randy Newman. Yeah.
Batman and his kids and dope.
Looking for an apple.
Yikes, let me tell you, throwing out the name Gary Newman on a podcast is just
Wanna
amazing.
take a bite?
What am I supposed to do with that?
Nope.
Well, he was the creator of Cars.
Wipes it on her blouse.
First. Wipes it on her blouse.
I'm like sober.
Takes a
enough to-
bite.
You do a very good
One time.
We apologize.
Family Guy version of Randy Newman.
2 times.
I love that Joe is suddenly sober and calling out shots on this podcast. Anyway.
Who thought I was going to have a chance to run my Randy Newman wheelhouse? I mean, fuck.
Is this Gary Newman?
Gary Newman.
Oh, that's Randy.
Yeah. He has a moment. Like,
But who was this
Randy?
Gary Newman you speak of earlier? Before
You don't know Gary Newman? What are we
I don't
doing?
think so.
Here
I
in my
don't know.
car.
Is this?
Yeah, here in my car, right?
That song.
How's it
Yeah,
go?
that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will fear of all.
Never, like
lock
many
all
80s
my
people.
doors.
Don't know,
That's
don't
the only way.
Super white.
Yeah.
The video.
Don't know anyone who's. That's not Gary Newman, is it?
Yeah.
That's
Video
Gary
Killed the
Newman.
Radio Star?
no,
that's
that's
not-
the
Okay, yeah, let's say.
That's who is that?
What's the
Gary Newman.
difference between Gary
The
and
Buggies.
Randy?
the
Gary.
Buggles.
The Buggies.
The Buggles.
Buggles. That's
Something
right.
like
not
that.
Bug-
Yeah.
Yeah, Buggles.
Who,
For
Randy?
Bugles.
first video on MTV. If we were playing trivia night.
Yes, it is.
The very
Second.
first video on MTV was what?
Was Video Killed
Video
the
killed the
Radio
radio star.
The
Yeah,
radio
we should
star.
get a mean back
What
for
was-
trivia night.
What was the very first video on Friday night videos?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh shit.
You want?
For
Should we
those-
fire up a
Take
Those
on
timer?
by
didn't have
Aha.
cable.
What year was it?
Wait,
Gotta
hang
be
on.
Aha.
Hang on.
83?
We'll fire up a timer here.
82? When was it?
If I can
You're
get
like,
down.
Yikes. Yikes has it. Yikes is old enough.
Oh, wait for it.
So it's Coley.
Wait for it. There we go.
And now
Oh shit! Wrong button. Oh no! No, I missed.
Yeah, this is when Ron gets like this is the best.
Oh, there we go. I found it. Okay, Coley, reset the question.
Okay. All right, everybody. Friday Night Videos was a show that did premiere after MTV, but what was the very first video that they showed to launch Friday Night Videos?
All right. I'm with Troy's Aha.
Take on me.
Pick on me.
Yeah, I'm with.
That's a good guess. Right?
I'm
I'm
agreeing.
distracted by Coley's hand signals.
Come on, guys, fire off some guesses here. We can't just all say
Come on,
Aha.
Justin.
Did
come
you
on,
tell me
Justin,
what
do you got?
year it was? What year was it?
I don't know for certain, but
That's
Paradise
time.
City. Paradise
Wanting
City.
to somewhere
Guys
in
didn't
there.
even
Blondie.
guess.
Blondie, call me.
Never gonna give
Good
you up.
guess.
Heart of Glass, Blondie.
Paradise City, Guns N' Roses.
Jesus, Joe. God.
Christ on a
I
cracker.
didn't get a year. It's not my fault.
Okay, nobody got it right.
What?
And you guys are going to kick yourselves.
The Radio by LL Cool J.
It was Beat It, Michael Jackson.
No way.
I was
Yes,
trying
it
to think. I immediately eliminated any black artists because I was like, there's no way they would
All
belong.
these white people are stupid. And
Yeah, but it was Michael Jackson.
Aha. So innovative.
Aha.
Thriller
Terrible.
was out and Beat It was everywhere. So, yeah.
Is it like a
come on.
network show? It was like NBC Friday Night Videos?
It was
think so.
11:35.
It was?
It came on NBC
They
11:35
played in
after the.
Wisconsin, Ron. You watched.
I remember Night
and then-
Flight. I don't remember
Nah,
Friday Night
nope,
Videos.
nope.
Night Flight was the shit.
It was still the network flagship.
Hunting and fishing replaced
Local
it in
stuff
Wisconsin.
took over at 1 a.m., right?
My brother
I
and
was
his friend
always
would go down to the
grounded.
basement, and I
I watched it
wasn't
every
allowed to
Friday
Also,
follow
we're still
him.
not talking about Amin, which is he's the guy who should be talking.
Yeah.
About. Hey, Amin,
Shit, you're right. Bad
do
job.
you like videos from back when you were a young person? And if so, what was it like?
I did like videos a lot. Videos were a thing up until like
Yeah, they were.
I feel like 2003, 2005, maybe. No, after that, 2010 probably.
I think the internet really killed him.
YouTube killed it. YouTube killed it because there used to be a kind of like a premium of scarcity of like, oh, the video dropped. Oh, I missed the video. Like you had to be able to watch the video, and then when it got to a point where I can catch the video anytime I want at any moment, like right now. Oh, I want to beat it. Guess what? I just pull it right up, as opposed to have to watch VH1 like and hope it would come on and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I miss that era. I miss that era of like it being special.
What do you think of when you think of a 90s video? I've said it before. November Rain, Guns N' Roses, what I think of for a 90s video. They played it like a million times.
I always think of like the big budget videos of the late 90s. I think of like Fuji's Ready or Not video. I think of like the Mo Money, Mo Problems video. I think of any Busta Rhymes or Missy Elliott videos. Like those videos had budgets. I think of Offspring, Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Yeah, that's a good one. They played that shit to death.
Blink 182, All the Small Things. Remember that's when they would.
I remember
naked,
right?
Naked, but like the big thing for me is like that's a porn star. Like that was my big like oh shit like that was that. But other than that, like I don't.
Stories about UFO disclosure.
Troy, did you watch?
Yeah, I was gonna say like that one has a really interesting parallel.
What an arc.
Was November Rain? Was that like them doing in concert?
No.
Was that the video? How's the video look?
That was like a big budget.
It was like a 9-minute song,
like a live action.
It like
what was the Guns N' Roses one? It was like literally they're just doing their concert on stage. I'm like, this is lazy.
That was it.
That was Welcome to the Jungle, wasn't it?
No.
Wait, that was it because the November Rain video started with like 30 seconds of like the girl's sad or something.
He like dives off an aircraft carrier and swims with
and it's like raining. I
think you're thinking of Paradise City.
Correct.
Paradise City.
Paradise City is the whole live concert. That's the
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome
totally
to
mailed in.
I remember very vividly watching my older siblings forcing me to sit down and watch MTV very heavily because they had they were doing this promotional thing where they were going to Photoshop or put Matt Pinfield into a music video, and when you saw that, you had to call the number and then you won some big prize. And so my older siblings like sat me down and were like, you can't take your eyes off the screen, you have to watch this. And they ended up photoshopping his face onto Anthony Kiedis as he was running in slow motion during Under the Bridge, that music video. And I remember that very, very vividly. Like,
I don't think I've ever seen the Under the Bridge video.
What?
Oh, yeah, he's running shirtless.
You're a better man for not seeing it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Who remembers the crisscross jump video? That
of course.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't because I did not. This okay. I mean, what? Not sound like an asshole. What country are you originally from?
The Sudan.
Sudan.
Jesus, Ron, do you listen to the show? Or?
I do, but I'm fucking hammered, man. I can't be
like
asked to recall every country.
The Ron Amin rivalry.
Okay. Well, my question is, I am from rural Wisconsin. Which one? Yeah. If you steal my fucking bit. But which got MTV first? Your home country or my town in Wisconsin?
They still don't have MTV in Sudan, so I think you bring that one.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Ron, come on.
We'd had it and saw the end of it, and they still never got
it. You get it till like 2000, so I thought I was safe.
You guys all ban the mute, and this is what we get.
So I would say, Ron, you want to run those questions by me first before we?
No, nobody said I wasn't a dumbass. Fuck. It's baked into the description, man.
All because Amin said you look the oldest. Seriously, you just come after him over and over.
Hey, Amin, I have a question about music videos that may or may not be for anyone else, but the the Katy Perry video about Dark Horse. Did you see that? And did you think it was a good video? And if so, welcome to the club.
I did not see. I remember the song
Juicy J.
With Juicy J, yeah.
Yeah.
It was it had an Egyptian theme, and plus the Juicy J thing was through the whole thing. It was a great rap, great video. Also, Katy Perry is pretty fantastic for, a fantastic singer with auto-tune and assets. Huge tracts of land.
There's a really good voice.
Great set of lungs.
I'm just saying that that was my favorite video from the
big
2000s.
Lungs. Big, juicy lungs.
You added juicy. I did not add juicy.
They heave with Juicy J. Big heaving lungs. Capable of ingesting and expelling great amounts of air, just sucking and blowing, sucking and blowing.
As they do, yes.
Yeah.
As they do. All right, I've got a question for Amin.
Okay.
Let's bring it back over to some Star Wars because, I'm not a nerd. I'm just nerd to Jace, but I like to talk about it. Who is your favorite Mandalorian and why is it Bo-Katan?
Oh, it's not Bo-Katan. She's whiny, man, and entitled.
Oh my God, she saves everybody's lives.
But she's entitled. But she also reminds everybody she saves everybody's lives.
Okay, if you don't like her, that's one thing. But to call her whiny is completely.
She's whiny. She's entitled. She's very entitled.
She's not whiny though.
I mean, she whines about her entitlements. Am I gonna say? Favorite Mandalorian probably would be Sabine, who's a little bit of a she's a brat too. So
don't flick the bean.
I heard you're supposed to. That's a drink.
That was a good snort, by the way. Yeah.
It's funny. I've never been enamored with the Mandalorians like that. Like everyone's like, "Oh, Mandalorians are cool." I'm like, "Yeah, they're all right." Like,
I never really was until they came out with the show, and it's been epic. I love the Mandalorian, and Andor has been pretty awesome. No. I wasn't like Boba Fett was okay. It was above average, but I didn't think it was off the charts or anything.
I think it was average.
It was average.
I like the Han Solo thing, and apparently I'm alone in that.
I didn't like it.
It's
nobody
Hans Solo. Hans.
Han.
Thank you.
Hans.
That's the Wisconsin accent on here.
Han Solo.
It's old Han. Hey. Hey. Say hey to Han. Margaret, Han's driving by.
Thanks, Mr. Han.
Yeah, this
is our time.
Last year. Good guy.
All right, Amin, I got one more.
Singing Eddie Murphy anytime now.
That'll happen, yeah.
All right,
I got one.
Ash, before you ask, I just have to say, I tried to do a Doc Rivers for like an hour recently.
Hour?
Seriously, my voice, it was gone for like a day. I tried.
That's too long.
It's so hard to do it.
You deserve it.
I was going to try to get him to interact with our fake Jesse Ventura. I totally forgot about it.
I was trying to do it to people who don't know who Doc Rivers is or the show, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, that's you gotta watch out for that joke. Yeah, like that's number one. You can't enthuse them into. You can't hypnotize them with your enthusiasm. That just doesn't work.
Okay, good to know.
There's a guy you don't know. This is what he sounds like.
Yeah, he's a guy you don't know doing an impression of another guy you don't know.
Don't know, yeah.
It's
you're gonna love it.
That was the bit.
Well done.
There's a cat. There's a cat. Do we drink?
Oh wait, I took the winner sound effect off.
Cat asshole. There we go.
He's trying. He's trying to put it up there.
Oh, can I find the cat sound?
You hate cats as much as you hate dogs.
I'm allergic to cats, so that one's a non-starter.
No kids, no pets, no plants. Period.
Right.
The end.
So I do think this is a good question for anyone that does
like sands
podcasting.
Through the hourglass. These are all my cats. All my cats. Sponsored by Gritty Kitty Kitty Litter. Because references.
I'm sorry, yikes. Carry on.
Way too long.
It's okay. I I mean, one of the best things you do is imitations or sound representations of things that you hear on like movies, anywhere. What is like your idea of like going forward with trying to figure out if it works?
Well, I do a lot of practice on my own of just because I'll see it and then I'll hear it and then I'll say it out loud to myself, like the OJ one. Like I remember seeing his video on Twitter and it was like, "Hello, Twitter world." I'm like, "Oh, I think I can do that one." hello, Twitter world. But like on other ones, like I'll try it and I'm like, "Yeah, I can't do it." So like Trump, I can't do a Trump. As much as I try,
there's so many other good.
You know what? God bless you for that.
For not being able to do Trump.
Yeah,
I wish I could, man.
I like your Obama though. Obama's pretty good.
Easy.
Your Obama's great.
That's why we have a fake Jesse Ventura. How do we get your impressions to interact with fake Jesse Ventura?
I don't remember what Jesse Ventura sounds like. That's the problem.
Well, let us tell you.
I was going to say. Hold on.
Did you know that?
Hey, hang on.
You could have been doing it for like the last 5 hours or whatever. Not
doing like Jesse Ventura, the state of
we would have lost our voice.
Right. Hang on, clear out.
And now, daily affirmations with former professional wrestler and governor of the state of Minnesota, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Let go of the things holding you back from the life you want to live, and then add some new ones, because you never fucking learn.
And that was Daily Affirmations with Jesse the Body Ventura.
I know, I was trying to figure out a way to get Obama to work against Jesse, but it
doesn't work. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I never figured it out. That's why I didn't bring it up. Like,
hey, man, we're just workshopping.
Why you didn't bring it up?
Yeah. It was a bad idea, so I scrapped it.
Is Jesse, is he in the news anymore, Jesse?
I'm glad we're not talking about
totally dated. Yeah, shitty reference. My bad.
Be gone.
All right.
I'm really glad that we're the procrastinator of Amin doing his work. Means like I don't want to do my work.
I think we're all going to hear in the morning like that we are going to be the reason that if he's too phlegmy or he's too tired or he's
they don't broadcast that.
I am here to provide an excuse, man. If you don't want to do any fucking work, I got hammered on some dumb podcast last night. Yeah.
If I
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm looking at Amin right now. He's got instruments in his room. Like some of us are musicians in here and can edit. Ron, like there's a bunch of things going on here. Amin could give us like a beat. We could make something of that.
We can do like some Jimmy
Pastor's just like being like
stuff.
Get out of here quickly! Get the fuck out of here. Anyway,
I don't rap on cue,
I can tell
sir.
you have instruments in your hands, sir.
These are chopsticks, sir.
Oh, okay.
Hey, chopsticks are instruments in certain places. Yeah.
My tools.
Instrument of fucking destruction.
All right, I got one more question before you take off, Amin. So as a person who resides in and around fame, I've always been curious about the idea of parasocial relationships.
What does that mean?
Thank you. Thank you.
Parasocial relationships. Sorry, I did a lot of psychology once upon a time. Parasocial relationships are one-sided relationships where one person extends emotional energy, interest, or time, and the other party is completely unaware of that person's existence. So essentially, someone in fame
sounds like my love life.
Sounds made up.
It's us after today. Amin won't remember us, and we will worship him.
Yeah, like this is a perfect example where we all know a lot about you. You know, we listen to you all the time, and you don't know really anything about us except Collier Joe. And so I was just going to ask, what are some of the strangest interactions you've had with people who seem to know way too much about you?
That's a good question.
You're looking at
The last 2 hours?
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I mean, typically, to be honest with you, I don't have a lot of negative experiences in that way. The big thing for me is I always say, like, any person, any person who comes up to me and says, "Oh, I love you on the show," whatever, oh, hey, thank you very much. And then you get one question in that moment. Hey, like, do you really think the Bengals are going to go back to, like, oh, yeah, sure.
No,
like, I'll answer them. Right? Like, and that's it. Like, you want more, you got to, one of three things has to happen. Number one, and Joe figured out this cheat code, you have to ply me with free alcohol. I mean, free alcohol, we're good.
I was willing to do it all night.
Or
Joe knows that cheat code.
You have to be like a security person or a bouncer to someplace that I want to go into, or you got to be like a bartender. And again, that goes back to like heavy pours and alcohol, free ones here and there and stuff like that. Everyone else, man, I'm not here to have a conversation. And so every once in a while, I'll get someone who like asks their question and I'll give them the answer. And then they think they can have like a whole debate. I'm like, no, you don't get it. I don't enjoy doing this. Like, this isn't fun for me. I do it because it pays my bills. I'll do it because I'll get in somewhere. I'll do it because I'm getting free drinks. I'm not doing it in the middle of the airport with you, buddy, because
gas or grass. Nobody rides.
Free. Exactly. Nobody rides for free. Exactly. So
I've seen that bumper sticker once.
That I would say would be the number one, I guess, version of that, of a parasocial relationship where someone thinks like, hey, he does this. I'm sure he'd love to like debate about that.
Doing it.
No.
We got you, motherfucker.
People always love to do that. Like, oh, you're famous for this. You must like to do it all the time.
Yeah.
And unpaid.
I hate it all the time.
And unpaid, and with just random people.
No, and you mentioned that last week on the show with having the Star Wars dude, and he wants to talk sports.
Oh man,
what's the Yoda, little baby Yoda thing? Is that important?
So I told these guys, don't ask anything about the show. He doesn't want to talk about it, and then.
So when you die, I mean, do you want to die in an asteroid or a giant steam explosion? We're going to get back to that because that's where
which
we're
parade do you want to die?
Given that we saw what the definition of Cleveland steamer is, I'm going to amend that answer.
I didn't. You know what? Maybe that's what we close on because apparently there's a second part I was unaware of. Please read it aloud.
Oh, I'll read it out loud for you happily.
Yeah,
read it out loud.
Cleveland steamer, plural, Cleveland steamers, slang. A sexual act involving defecating on someone's chest, then sitting in it and rolling back and forth like a steamroller.
No, I never heard that part.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody knew that last part.
That's the Snyder cut right there.
It actually makes sense, even though it's fucking really gross.
Who said that?
Nobody clipped this, okay? Those Lauer After Hours prudes are going to get all like, ooh, look what they're talking about.
All right, we're going to have to cut that, but I actually knew that, and I don't know why.
Jesus, you knew that?
At least a decade.
Was it in your tent? Did it happen in your tent?
Yeah.
It's a fucking yurt.
At some point, we are going to get out of you how you knew that. Okay, so 70s. We're just going to shelf that for right now. We'll come back to it later.
Well, he mentioned that he
happened in his tent in rural Oregon.
He grew up.
Fond du Lac.
Goddamn Fond du Lac, yeah.
He mentioned earlier, and we overlooked it, that he grew up post-Nam, and I was like, "Fuck, how old are you?"
I think everybody in here grew up post-Nam.
Not like everybody. So post-Nam that it was like living in tents. No.
Yeah.
I have no idea why we're debating post-Nam right now.
Me neither. No.
All of us are post-Nam.
No, but you were living like during the gas shortage and like living in a tent.
Oh,
hyperinflation.
Yeah. Yep.
Ronald Reagan making America great again and shit.
Ronald Reagan, talk about the Iran hostages. Yeah, Jimmy Carter and the Iran hostages.
Oh, yeah.
That was really one of my favorite moments in history.
Peanut farmer, that guy.
I'm trying to think of like
Iran-Contra.
Oh, man.
I love it. I'm looking at
wild ass story
right now.
Oliver North.
I do not recall.
That's so crazy. It's like, yo, man, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to sell fucking weapons to Iran. Yes. Take that money and fund people in Nicaragua. We're going to defeat communists, but also sell a shit ton of cocaine to
I
the
remember
US.
all that stuff.
US.
Can I sign up for that?
That we're going to then take and drop into the inner city.
South Central
America. It's such a bizarre fucking, like, it truly is the evil of white people. Like,
it is
100%.
And didn't like only one person go to jail over that? Like, other than that,
I don't even know.
Like,
and Ollie North gets an AM talk show out of it.
Exactly.
No one's in jail. Yeah.
Yep.
That was the journalist. The journalist that reported it killed himself by shooting himself twice. You know, it was like,
hey man, you gotta make sure.
Double tap.
Just
Yeah,
make me
you gotta
laugh
know.
at that. Shame on you.
Well, you can't Dr. Evil that shit and just walk away. You know?
What? Like,
Yeah.
it's not, you just don't get it, do you?
Just assume it goes to plan.
I mean, I gotta know what you're recording tomorrow so that we can listen back and see if you're like really tired.
Yeah, I want to see how bad it is. You're gonna suck, and I'm gonna take credit.
I'm recording a voiceover, and I'm doing that tonight. I'm not going to record it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on a plane flying to what's it called?
We think Charlotte is pretty awesome.
You're going to the Hall of Fame.
Are we right?
Yeah, we interrupted him on where he's going.
No, his voiceover is going to sound good, though.
Are we right that Charlotte is awesome?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Charlotte is a tremendous person. Very genuine and very kind, and it's
Very
sometimes
Iowa.
No, you're thinking about Lucy.
Oh, that's Lucy.
Lucy's from Iowa.
Yeah,
Same
Jesus
difference.
Christ, racist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All white girls look the same.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But what are we
Cut
doing
this
here?
part. Cut this part with Troy.
All brunettes wearing glasses.
Yeah, Jesus, must be from the Big Ten.
Coley, you better watch out. That hair is getting a little too dark up there. I'm going to start calling you Lucy.
Get you.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll go see my stylist tomorrow.
There it is.
Chair shaped like a high heel. Fuck yeah.
Is it?
Isn't it?
Well, welcome to Cinephobe. All right, here we go, guys.
Welcome to the OC podcast. I didn't even get the whole letters right.
Final round. Here we go, everyone. Lightning round. What you guys got?
All Lightning round.
Okay, I got it. I'll go first. Your favorite Seinfeld episode? I'll give you mine. Mine is the Kramerica episode, which is also the Schmoopy episode.
My favorite Seinfeld episode. It's when they're pitching to NBC, and George says, "This is the show, and we're not going to change it." And then Jerry after like, "This is the show." That or the one where Banya opens for Jerry.
Oh,
and Jerry gets upset that like this hack is getting all these laughs because I warmed up. Like Jerry goes on before him, and Jerry's like, I warmed up the crowd. And this guy's just getting my residual laughs and all that because that episode was an allegory. The episode was an allegory because TV Guide had on the cover Friends and Seinfeld, the two funniest shows in America, and Larry David went ballistic. He said Friends is not a good show. They just get ratings because they come on after us. So Banya is basically Friends.
I love it. Very nice.
That makes sense to me.
All right, who's up?
All right, on that level, favorite Family Guy episode?
This is the one. It's the one where they go back in time, and finally someone put it on YouTube. Please turn that down or turn that off. Incredibly distracting.
You want the timer? You don't want the pressure?
I don't need a timer. I'm good at answering quickly. All right. On the Levitard show, there are 19 people on at any given time. All
right.
The Family Guy episode where they go back in time because Peter wants to see what it was like to be single again. And so that's the episode. But like my favorite part is Brian is hitting on this girl at the bar, and she said, "My boyfriend's gonna kick your ass." And the guy walks up, he says, "You're talking to my girl? I'll kick your ass anytime, any place, you name it." And then Brian says, "Okay, how about top of the World Trade Center, 7:30 a.m. September 11, 2001." And the guy says, "I'll be there. You think I'll forget, but I won't." And so they aired it once, and then they cut that part. They pulled it. That part, and for years it hadn't been anywhere, and then finally someone posted on YouTube a year ago because I was like, it really happened. Everyone's like, I mean, you made that up. I'm like, I promise you,
I definitely remember it.
And and by the way, that episode came out like 5 years after 9/11. It wasn't like this isn't a recent one.
Right.
Like they
predicted
right
it either. Okay.
All right, who would win in a fight? Christian God, or Thor?
God. I always bet on the one that's real. Well, I'm like I'm gonna be like on Judgment Day, like you picked Thor, huh? I'm like, it sounded cool. He had a hammer. You know.
All right, who's up?
I just want to know what your favorite brand of vodka is.
My favorite. I would go with Kettle One.
Kettle One?
Yep.
Okay.
Well done.
I'm on it.
I mean, who was your first love of basketball in terms of the player?
Oh, it's Michael Jordan, man. Like that's the thing. Like for like 98% of people between a certain age and a certain age, it's like that's why you like basketball. There's no like, and it's funny, it didn't stay. It's not like I like after that Michael Jordan was my favorite player. After after a while you're like, nah, fuck this guy or whatever. But that's why.
No, you're not.
Okay. Follow up.
Oh,
who's your favorite role player of all time?
John Stockton. Blah.
I'm gonna leave out this one.
John Stockton?
Not a role player, by the way.
Oh, yeah, total point guard.
Jesus.
I'm gonna leave out. The guys that I've worked with. So like that doesn't count.
You can count that.
Nah, then it's bias. Then I'm talking about them as people.
And they would do Raja.
That's not what you're asking. It would be probably Leandro Barbosa.
Oh, hell yeah! Fuck yeah. Yeah, awesome.
The Rogers up there on that list, and Channing Frye and a bunch of other guys. So,
did anyone ask him yet how pissed we are about the suspension in the Spurs Sun series? Like
we talked about that like 2 hours ago, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
When someone asked me like if I hate the Spurs, I'm
still mad about it though.
Yeah, well, we're done with that.
Do you have a question?
All right, favorite shitty movie.
We define shitty movie.
You define shitty movie. However you define it.
Cinephobe eligible and horrible bosses too. Like that movie is the perfect movie, dude.
Let's go shittier. Let's go like really shitty.
Like really bad movie.
I loved Ishtar. I thought that was a great shitty movie.
Garbage water.
Ishtar, how old are you?
Ishtar, Dustin Hoffman.
It was like 86.
We've covered this. Fuck's sake.
I saw Ishtar in the theater.
I did see it in the theater.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on the Cinephobe spreadsheet right now, and I'm sorting by lowest critic score that I filed. Okay, let me change that to file for me.
It's a spreadsheet.
You know, Amit doesn't like that Sandler.
Technology, I love it.
I was gonna go That's My Boy, but I know Amin hated that one.
Gotti is Gotti was 0%. I liked it. Ballistic Experts of Sever was a 0%. I liked it. Johnny Be Good was 0%, and I liked it.
Johnny Be Good was 0%.
Low Down Dirty Shame 0%, and we actually green swept it. Mortal Kombat Annihilation 2%. I liked it. Battlefield Earth 3%. I liked it.
That was a bad one. I saw that one.
That was a bad one.
That's the winner.
Did not.
Dutch angles.
Delta Farce 5%. I liked it. Teen Wolf 2 7%. I liked it. Envy.
What about Waterworld? Do you like Waterworld?
Thumbs down. Hated that movie. My dad made me watch it on opening night.
The gills on the face of Kevin Costner. Like, those are not gills. Those are not.
Is Michael J. Fox the best?
Because it's Kevin.
Is Michael J. Fox the best ever at shooting a layup that hits the rim and spins in?
I want to say someone from above the rim does that too. I can't remember who, but yeah.
Well, Amin, fuck. I can't believe you stayed this long. It's amazing. Yeah. But we got to send you out with this. And
thank you for being a guest.
Why do you have all these like off-brand
FM radio, dude?
Yeah, that's what I do.
John's a professional if you didn't figure that out.
Yeah, bro.
I have to admit that, like, the best part of this podcast of Ron playing this is Amin just being like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
I hate you all.
But it's just like, hey, let's put a timer on. Okay, I'll put like Donkey Kong music on there.
It's really dumb. Like, it's really dumb. Come back.
It's a 30-second timer. Fuck.
We're all just drinking and having a good time, ripping bongs.
The worst podcast ever.
Amin, thanks for hanging with us.
Not even the fifth worst.
You are the best.
Well,
Zach's got big work to do. He has to come back and give us something.
He'll never do this. 2 hours and 20 minutes. There you go.
No, you're right. You're right. We got 40. We got 44 minutes.
Like, there's like nothing he can say. You guys should just be. Every time he says anything, say you're a liar.
You've won me over, sir.
Anything he says, I'll say he showed up on time and stayed for 2.5 hours. Sorry.
I will tell your tales.
I'm following you on Blue Sky in case you keep up with that.
On Blue Sky.
I haven't opened in months. Yeah. Dude, I've been trying to get this topic off the ground.
Your Juneteenth post was amazing, and I also followed you because I'm also white and I understand what Juneteenth is. So there's that.
I appreciate that, Troy.
I'm okay with you stealing all my bits. It's fine.
Christ, Troy.
Dang, Troy, we were wrapping that up nicely.
Yes.
You're listening to the Outsiders Social Club on the Half-Ass Podcast Network. Now you know that.